reverberating for days already. But Mr. Trump has had plenty to say about Senator Cruz and his latest endorsement, responding on the very same day that Glenn Beck hit the campaign trail.
Glenn Beck, he'd call me, would you be on my show? Would you? And it wasn't that I didn't want to do a show. I'm so busy. I wasn't able to do it. I wouldn't do a show. So he got very hostile. Once he got very hostile, I didn't want to deal with it. His show's failing. He's failing. He's always crying. You know, I like cries a little bit, but not that much. I think crying's fine. But, I mean, I see this guy, he's a sad sack, and he cries.
Back with us now,
None
Glenn
of that
Beck.
is true. Well, the crying part is true, but I called him after months of saying that he was a horrible candidate, and I didn't. Our producer called him once at the end of August, and then at the first week, I think, of September, he said that if I wanted him on, I would have to personally call him, and they wouldn't make an appointment for me. I just had to try to catch him, and I said, I'm not playing that game. So we only offered him one time. We called him twice, only offered him a chance to come on because I thought it was a little unfair to say these things, and all I wanted to ask was, what's your pivot point? You say you were diehard for abortion, including partial birth abortion, and now you're not. I can understand that. I can understand people. I believe in redemption and changing your mind. I've changed my mind on things. Tell me what your pivot point was.
He has a story about that, about someone he knew who had the baby, and it changed his views on abortion. She grew up to be a terrific kid.
A little bit. It doesn't.
But you're looking for, I mean, obviously he's changed his position on
almost everything.
Many issues. You're saying that to believe it, you would need to see some sort of life transformation, some sort of.
What happened? I mean, look, everybody understands. You know, this is why missionaries don't like to go to rich neighborhoods, because rich people aren't listening. You know, they don't want to, hey, come on in, tell me how I can change my life and start going to church and live in a different lifestyle. My life is sweet. Why would I change it? When people are distressed and they're in trouble, that's when they have true transformations. So if a guy has lived a progressive lifestyle his whole life, he doesn't like guns, he's for abortion, he's for universal health care. Last year, he was saying that we should have universal health care and the government should pay for everything.
You know, but the people know that all this, and they don't mind. And it's what's been surprising to so many has been Sarah Palin's endorsement, because she and you used to sound very much the same on these issues. You know, sort of Tea Party-esque, small government, out of your business, completely pro-life, would never endorse somebody who, you know, was wobbly on that or the Second Amendment or any of these issues. And yet she came out full throttle for him last week, full throttle, and may have been helping, because now he's up 11 points in Iowa, according to the latest Fox News poll, over Ted Cruz.
I can't speak for Sarah Palin. I mean, I like Sarah Palin. I disagree with her strongly. I don't know what happened to her. You know, I don't know. I really don't know. I know I haven't changed my position, and it's not personal. It is based on the Constitution, and I'm so vocal about this because I feel the same way I did about the caliphate. Nobody listened to me on the caliphate. The time to worry about the caliphate was when I was talking about it. Now the caliphate is a reality. The time to deal with a progressive in the Republican Party is right now.
So what do you envision? I mean, if Donald Trump wins this nomination and in fact could win the presidency, what do you envision?
Ask you a question? Let me ask you a question. Megan, have you ever heard anyone talk about his supporters or talk about to say, I could go on Fifth Avenue and shoot people and my supporters are not going to move? Does that bother you as a journalist?
That was a new one.
Okay. When he said a month ago, you know, who is it that Putin has shot? They say that he shot all these journalists, you know, and I'd never shoot journalists, even though I hate him.
What he said to Joe Scarborough was, our country's killed a lot of people too.
No, but he actually said from the stage, I'll never kill a journalist. Well, no, I'd never kill a journalist. Now, he says he was joking, and I think he was joking. But do you really think that that's appropriate to joke? I mean, I think this guy is such a narcissist that it spells trouble when you give him this much power. But again, saying these things, I have nothing to gain and everything to lose. This guy blackballs and plays hardball. I get it. I'm a big boy. Mm-hmm. I can take all of the punches, and look at me. I mean, there's lots of things to make fun of.
So I think that crying is kind of sweet. I liked it in John Boehner. I admire it in you.
That's fine.
I'm the same.
But the thing is this isn't about me. It isn't about Donald Trump. It's about our country and the Constitution. I will protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. That's what I've always been for. And this, I believe, is our last opportunity to set things right. when trouble comes, just like in World War II, would you round up Japanese people? I know I wouldn't. But when people are afraid, when they're hungry or we're at war, they'll violate all kinds of principles. Let's not start with a guy who doesn't know the principles.
Glenn, always great to see you.
Good to talk to you.
Glenn Beck, everybody.
Thank you.
So, what do Trump supporters think about all this? Well-known attorney and big Trump fan